Welcome to those on live Zoom interactive and welcome to those on demand. Let's take a moment of appreciation for rocking up for ourselves with a wonderful deep breath in. And then straight in with our pat downs as we prime our body, setting our intentions, preparing our mind and body in this present moment. So let's just take our time, really connecting with the whole of the body. Nice deep breaths. Lovely. And then we take it to the next level with some drumming. So let's get the blood flow and the circulation going. And again, it's a moment to check in with your muscles. Note how they're feeling. How are your joints? And of course, how are you? That's the most important thing. So let's hit those glutes as well. A reminder, these are a big muscle group and they're quite lazy. So we want to really give them a good pummeling to get that blood flow up. And then we come around to our forearms. Instantly, generally, we can feel a little bit of tenderness there. Noting that, even just picking up your kettle or your water filter can really give some work to those forearm. And then those biceps, triceps, and a little check-in with the body. Same on the other side, breathing into it. Biceps and triceps. And then we go for those traps. So again, aiming to get those elbows back as far as you can. And if you have to do singular, do singular. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you give them a good pummeling there. And of course, the idea of getting those arms down the back is for that little black dress, zipping it up. So let's go, good pummeling here as we release the tension through the shoulders here, breathing into it. Really good pummeling here, carry a lot of tension here. And a reminder that they are doing a spectacular job holding up that 10-pin bowling ball of a head. And then we come around to our gut, our second brain. Just noting if there's any tenderness and bloating here. Let's get that blood flow up around those precious organs. Changing direction as you go. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly coming up the chest. Lovely. As we come to that acupuncture point there, just below the clavicle, the wishbone, on that pad of muscles, your pectorals, breathing into it. And then the same on the other side. Nice deep breaths. And then we have our mad 10 seconds. Let's go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Get those calf pumps in. Let's move that body around. Go as hard as you can. Breathing into it. And then stand there and just feel that wonderful feeling in the body. Tingling all over. Body alive and excited by life. Change of state and a lift of vibration. Welcome, everyone. So let's grab something for those halos. We're going to go for a little ball today. So again, let's get some forward and backward walking in. Really taking your time as you go around the back. And again, just noting any tenderness, any impingements, a little bit of tightness there. So let's aim to get it as low down the back as we can. Breathing into it. And again, that forward and backward walking, so good for our spatial awareness, just training the brain to move and react while we do two different things. And then slowly changing directions. So again, same again, just note any tightness there. And just take your time around those areas that are a little bit tight or tender. So let's go 4, embracing your warrior corset, 3, 2, and for 1. Let's hold it over our heads. Let's get that shoulder retraction, knees turned out, feet turned out, add a little hinge, and then squeeze through the shoulder blades. As you come up, Exhale, pull that warrior in, really focusing on gauging all those core muscles and those glutes. So let's go. 4, squeezing at the top. 3, driving the hips back. Loading the big toe and heel as we stand strong in our posture. 1 more, and holding it at the top. We're going to lift the waist, rotate round, forward fold, coming up slowly, still rotating at the top. We're going to do 3 more in this direction. Lift the waist, rotate, forward fold, standing strong and tall in your posture. Lift the waist, rotate all the way around. Pause at the top, lift the weight, rotate, waist, and then pause at the top. We're changing directions, lift the waist, rotate round, forward fold, load in the legs, squeeze in the thighs and glutes, lift the waist, rotate, and forward fold. Really standing into those legs. 2 more. Lift the waist, rotate, forward fold. Pausing at the top. 1 more. Lift the waist, rotate, and forward fold. And gently rest that down. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Let's go for our FBA. So we're going to lengthen, throw the sky hook to the ceiling, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, ground the feet, big toe, little toe, press the heels into the ground. Let's pull up that wetsuit of muscle and drop the shoulder blades back into their pocket, really embracing that warrior corset as it wraps around the torso. Let's take 3 deep breaths from the belly. Tongue-tied this morning. Let's take a breath in, big sigh out, breath in, big sigh out. 1 more, breath in. Fantastic. Let's take our power pose. So we're dropping our shoulder blades back into their pocket, squeezing the whole back chain of the body and squeeze the front chain of all the muscles, tensing, clenching, squeezing as hard as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1, and release it. Lovely. Let's go straight in with some hip circles. So let's drive the hips forward, side, and back, and really focus on squeezing the glutes as we drive the hips forward. Really standing tall in your posture, keeping those shoulder blades engaged for 2. And for 1, and pause, and then slowly in the other direction. And just know if there's a little bit of tightness or tenderness around the hips as you change direction. Just bringing awareness to how your body is feeling in the present moment. So let's go. 4, and for 3, 2, and for 1. Lovely. Let's go for some pendulums. So standing tall in your posture, squeezing the supporting glute, and let's drive that leg forward and back. And really picture that ball and socket joint through the hip as we relax all those tendons and ligaments around the hip as we swing it freely for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Same leg. We're going to go across the body. So again, you'll probably know it's a little bit tighter here. So really got to try and relax around that joint. And just allow the leg to just swing freely. 4, 3, 2, and for 1. We're going to change legs. So standing strong and tall in your posture. Let's drive it forward and back. Again, really just trying to relax around the hip. For 4, 3, 2, and for 1. And then cross the body, same again, standing strong in that supported leg, warrior on, allow that joint to relax, those tendons and ligaments. Remember, they're doing a great job being protective of the hip. So we have to coax them into relaxing for 2 and for 1. Fantastic. Standing nice and strong, legs astride, warrior is on. Big lift up, one arm down, and then push away in both directions. Load that heel of the arm that's over the head and back to the center. Other side, push away in both directions, pushing that heel firmly into the ground as you go and back to the center. Coming forward into that hinge squat. Let's kick the elbow up, look up through those fingertips and back to the knee. Breath in, elbow comes up, look up through those fingertips, really getting that rotation in. 2 more. Elbow up, fingertips to the ceiling. Last one. Elbow up, fingertips to the ceiling, and then slowly curling up. Neck and shoulders are last. Find your natural stance, arms come to the front. We're going to turn the thumbs out as we push up into those calf pumps. Breath in, exhale. So we're loading the big toe and the little toe, and we're squeezing those calves. Let's go for 4. Fantastic. 3, push the chest forward, nicely done. 2 more, squeezing the thighs and glutes. Last one, standing strong in your posture and release it. Heel comes out, thumbs come out as we drive the hips back and open up nice and slowly through the shoulders, hinging, big scoop up, thumbs come out. So really get that external rotation through the shoulders. 2, lovely. And for 1, nicely done. Other leg, heel comes out, hinging, scoop the arms up, turn the thumbs out at the top, very nice. 3 to go, drive the hips back. Excellent. Last 2, hinging. Lovely. And for 1, and relax it. Hands on ears. Let's walk, elbows to the front. Exhale, drop the shoulder blades back into their pockets. Breath in. Press the chest out as you squeeze through the back. Really note the tension building through the back. Breath in. Exhale, push out, hold. Lovely. 1 more. Breath in. Exhale, press out and hold it. Squeezing intensely through the back and release it. Lovely. Heels of the feet together, toes out 10 to 2, hands firmly on the hips. So you get to feel this movement as you kick those heels out, as you realign those hips. Let's roll the shoulder blades back and down. Chest is up, warrior is on. We're going clock face. So breath in, nose to the ceiling, and slowly 1, 2, pause at 3, 4, 5, pause at 6, 7, 8, pause at 9, 10, 11, pause at 12. Breath in. Let's reverse that for 11, 10, pause at 9, 8, 7, pause at 6, 5, 4, pause at 3, 2, 1, pause at 12, and then head into neutral. Maintain that warrior corset. Gently turn your head to the left. Press the chest out, warrior on, glutes are active. Gently lower the chin to the center of the chest. Pause here. And then slowly across to the other side. Back to the center, pause, and then head into neutral. Lovely. Let's give those wrists a little jiggle as we've worked through all the major joints, the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, neck, and wrists. So gently press those fingers back. Same on the other hand. And then T-Rex hands for those tendons and ligaments. Nicely done, everyone. All right, so let's make sure we've got something to drink. We're going to grab our mat. We're going to go straight down on the mat. So let me just remind you, let's have a little drink first. So we did these the other day, but obviously this time it's slightly longer. Last time was 20-10. This time is 30-30. So you're going to get a proper break in between. So we're going to do the plank, and then we're going to take that into a superwoman. So we're going to flip between the two. Plank. Now remember, you can always do a wall plank here, making sure you're pressing those heels to the ground and stepping back as far as you can, but without bananaing those hips. Tuck the pelvis into neutral and use those glutes and warrior corset for support. You can come down on the mat and you can do the same thing on your forearms, or if you're really feeling like it, you can do a full arm. It depends what's going on through the shoulders. So plank. This is so helpful for our press ups as well. And, you know, this is just an all-rounder of an exercise. So let's come down onto the mat. Let's take our position. I'm going to do the first one full with arms up. So shoulders over, elbows over wrists. Spread the fingers and palms. Push your heels away. Let's squeeze the glutes, and we have begun. So I want you to breathe into it. Make sure you've got that engagement through the shoulders. Your chest is pressed out. You're using those shoulders, biceps, triceps for support. You're pushing your heels away. You're embracing that warrior corset and squeezing those glutes intensely. You will know if your hips start to drop, you will feel it in the lower back. We've got 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. And come down. And if you're on your forearms, well, anyway, just give your wrists a little jiggle. So now we're going to take that into a superwoman. So again, make sure your knees are nice and comfortable. So knees under hips, hands directly under the shoulders, and just lean slightly forward. So we go opposite arm, opposite leg. So you'll drive the fingertips out and you push the heel away and squeeze the glutes. Let's get ready. Warrior is on. We're going to go all off one leg and arm. Breath in and out in 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Pause. Bring the elbow and knee towards each other. Straight back out and pause. So I need you, keep going. I need you to really engage through those shoulders. Make sure you're not pushing it just through the joints. Exhale, push out, hold, and bring the elbow and knee together. Chin is slightly tucked. You're embracing that warrior corset. Let's go. 4, taking your time. 3, and for 2, drive that heel and hand out. Last one. And gently rest it down and give those wrists a good jiggle. Excellent. So you might find that you're shifting your way over to the leg that's supporting you. Keep embracing that warrior corset, even if it means you just toe tapping, you haven't got the leg all the way up. All right, let's go for the other side. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees under hip. Spread the weight between the fingers and the palms. Breath in and out, chin tucked, let's go. Exhale, push out, heel and fingertips. Bring the elbow to the knee and drive it straight out and hold. Breath in, elbow to knee. Exhale, push out, hold. So remember to really use your core as you breathe out, reaching out. Bring elbow to knee. Squeeze the glute, tighten your warrior. We've got 3. Exhale, push out, hold. Breath in. Exhale, push out, hold. One more. Breath in. Exhale, push out, hold. And rest it down and give your wrists a little jiggle. Nicely done. All right. So now we're going to flip to another exercise, but we will come back to that. So now we're going to do, what did we do? Yeah, dead bug. We love a dead bug. All right. So let's make sure the back, the spine stays connected to the ground the whole time. Now, remember, you've got options. You can just toe tap. You can drive that leg out just in the same height as the knee. Or if you're really feeling it, just get it off the floor. But make sure you're engaging the glutes and you're pressing the back firmly into the ground. So knees to the chest, arms to the ceiling, opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's go. I'm going left arm, right leg. Pause and bring it back in. Change. Right arm, left leg. And bring it back in. So you must stay connected through the lower back. Squeeze the glutes for extra support. Bring it in. Exhale, drive that foot and arm out and bring it back in. And again, left arm, right leg. Challenge that glute. Remember, stay connected through the spine. And remember, you're using your lower core as you bring that knee back in. Exhale, push out, hold, bring it back in. 3 to go. Exhale, push out, hold, and bring it back in. 2 more. Exhale, push out, hold, and bring it back in. Nicely done. Exhale, push out, hold, and hug those knees in. Nicely done. Well done. So now we're going to do the suitcase one. So again, making sure that back stays connected the whole time. So the arms come over the head, you're toe tapping, and then you bring them in together. Just toe tap, arms over the head. Let's go. Exhale, bring the knees and hands towards the feet. Breath in, arms over, toe tap. Exhale, bring it in. So really stay connected through the spine, warrior on. Exhale, bring it in. Remember, you can always do a single leg if you're finding 2 is difficult. Breath in, arms over the head. Exhale, bring it in. 4 to go. Breath in, warrior on. Exhale, hug it in. Excellent. 2 more. Breath in, toe tap. Exhale, bring the hands to the feet. 2 more. Breath in. Exhale, hug it in. 1 more. Breath in. Exhale and hug it in. And gently rock to sit up. Okay, did anyone have difficulties keeping their back connected to the ground? Put your hand up if you did. Yeah. So if that's the case, then just literally do 1 at a time, okay? Because it is really intense through that lower core. Okay, well done. So we're going to go back to our plank and superwoman. Well done, everyone. All right, let's flip over. Please make sure your knees are comfortable. Losing my hair. So plank, so remember you can do forearms. You can always do it against the wall if it doesn't feel right. So let's get ready. I'm going to do forearms on this one. Remember, the wider the legs, the more stable the body is. Closer the legs, the more challenging it is. Pushing up on your toes, drive the heels away. Let's go. Shoulders over elbows. Warrior is on. Let's squeeze through the back. Let's tighten those calves as you push the heels away. Squeeze the thighs. It's a full FBA. Squeeze the glutes. Warrior on and breathing into it. Make sure you're using that shoulder retraction for extra support. Breathing into it for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. And drop down, drop back into child's prayer. And then slowly coming up. So let's give those wrists a little jiggle as well, whether you did straight arms or not. Wonderful. So we're going to go back to our superwoman. And this time we're going to change arm and leg with every repetition. So take your time. Make sure your knees are comfortable. Let's get those hands directly under the shoulders and knees under the hip. Take the legs a little bit wider if you feel that you're kind of leaning too far into one side, or as suggested, just toe tap. So you're not actually getting all that weight into that other hip, okay? So breath in and out. In 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember, you can toe tap, take the intensity out, bring the elbow in, and rest the hand down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember, we're changing. Bring the elbow to the knee and rest the knee and hand down. Warrior on. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Stretching that heel out or toe tapping, still the same. Bring the elbow to the knee and rest everything down. Warrior on. Breath in. Extend that arm and foot out. Bring the knee to the elbow and rest the knee and hand down. Breath in. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Squeeze the glutes, pull your warrior in, elbow to knee, and rest the hand and knee down. 3 to go. Warrior on, breath in, reach the arm and heel out, elbow to knee, and rest the knee and hand down. Last 2. Warrior on, reaching out, fingertips and heel, chin slightly tucked, elbow to the knee, and rest the hand and knee down. Last 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Drive that heel out, bring the knee and hand and knee down. Well done. Nicely done there. All right, let's give those wrists a little jiggle. So we're going to go back to our dead bug. Remember, you can actually increase the intensity by using a weight. I saw you using a weight there, Carrie. Well done. Remember, don't go heavy. Just take your time. And I want you to really focus on keeping that back, the spine connected to the ground throughout. And remember, you can just toe tap. You do not have to extend that leg all the way out. Please work within the range that feels comfortable for you. All right, are we ready? Just reset that timer. I can't believe how quickly the time has gone. Okay, let's get ready. Dead bug it is. So knees out. Remember, please just toe tap if that gets too much there. Sometimes we get some clicking through that hip as well. That's the tendons and ligaments having a little wriggle around there. So arms up, knees to the chest, breath in and out. Warrior on, let's go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Push the heel out, extend that arm, keep the back connected, and bring it back in. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Squeeze the glute, push the heel out, and bring that knee and hand back in. Nicely done. Opposite arm, opposite leg. That's the point where our warrior corset needs to really be engaged. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Squeeze the glute, push the back into the ground, and bring it back in. 4 to go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Drive the heel out, reach with the fingertips, and bring it back in. Please make sure you're staying connected. Even if it's just a toe tap, it's still doing the job. 2 more. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Warrior on, and bring it back in. Last 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and bring it back in and rest it down. Lovely. So we're going to do that suitcase one again. But remember, this is all about staying connected to the ground. So even if it just means just a little toe tap, you're still working the core, but you're pushing that back into the ground. Okay, arms over the head. Hands by the feet. Bring the knees into the chest. Right, just checking that you're still with me. Okay, breath in and out in 3, 2, 1. Arms over the head, toe tap, lower back to the ground, and bring it back in. So the head stays connected to the ground, your spine stays connected, and bring it back in. Breath in, arms and legs out. Exhale, push your belly button into the core. Note your limitations and work on that point right there. Breath in, warrior on, arms over, toe tap, bring it back in. 5 to go. Please remember to do singles if you feel your back coming off the ground. 4 more. Breath in, big reach over the head and hug the knees to the chest. Last 3. Breath in, arms out, toe tap, and bring it back in. 2 more. Warrior on, push the belly button to the ground and bring it back in. Last one, big reach out, toe tap, and bring it back in. Nicely done. Let's gently rock to sit up. Your circuit is complete. Well done, everyone. All right, so let's come around onto our bellies. We're going to take that little cobra stretch here for our tummies. So walk the elbows out in front of you, dig your toes in, squeeze your glutes. Lift the chest as high as you can, and if you can, push up onto those hands, but please maintain that squeeze through the glute, and you're pulling your belly button forward towards the ground, even though we're lifting the chest off the ground. Lovely. Breathing into it, and then slowly coming down. Let's push up into child's prayer, knees apart, big toes together, and drop the hips back. And we're just going to pause here. Nice deep breath in and slowly exhaling. Good. Let's walk our hands in and press back to tabletop. Take one leg out, dig your back heel in, and push to stand up. Fantastic. Let's adjust those cameras. So we're going to do our pelvic floor exercises. So grab yourself a quick drink, have a little walk around, just note how your core felt. How did you feel? Did you feel that you were getting a little workout through the core? And did your lower back stay connected all the time? Okay, so let's get ready for the lift shaft. So let's have a little walk around first. Let's check in with our full body armor. So sky hooks to the ceiling, lengthen that neck, lengthen the spine, lead by that clavicle. When you lead by that clavicle, the wishbone, your rib cage naturally comes up. So shoulders back and down. Let's walk slowly. So roll through the foot just like you're doing a tightrope, and then slowly back. Just note how the ankles are. Do you lean in? Do you lean to the outside? Or are you tracking straight through the middle? Can you feel that big toe connection as you roll through the ball of the foot into that heel? Lovely. One more. Just the slower we go, the harder it actually becomes, because now we really have to think about it. So we're using our brain to be a little bit more aware of how we are doing. Lovely. Okay, so standing in your FBA, warrior is on. My hand is going to represent that pulling up of those core muscles, those pelvic floor muscles. So let's drop the shoulders back, warrior on, glutes are active. Take a breath in and out. Let's step into the lift shaft, and we're going to pull up first floor. Hold it here. We're going to pulse here for 10. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it here at the top of the first floor. Let's take it to the second floor. Let's really try and just keep pulling in and upwards and pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go and walk it out. Fantastic. So as we've been doing these over the weeks, you should be feeling that first and second floor. You're kind of getting that engagement. It is a muscle, and we have to work it from here to there. Here to there. They both work together. All right, warrior on, FBA. Standing nice and tall, squeezing your glutes, and warrior corset is on. We're stepping into that lift shaft. We're going to pull up to the first floor and hold it here intensely. Let's pull up to the second floor and pulse from here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Let's sneak it up to that third floor. Pull everything up, hold it, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Let's pull up to the full floor and just hold it and then let it go. So obviously 3 and 4 becomes more difficult, but again, it's training the brain, training the muscle to work together. The more we do it, the more effective and efficient those muscles become. So warrior on, FBA, into the lift shaft, pull up first floor, pull up second floor, pull up third floor. Let's pulse it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. We're going full floor. Let's pulse again. 10, 9, 8. You've got to dig deep. Remember, even if you're just setting the intentions, it doesn't matter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're going rooftop gardens, hanging in there, and then let it go. Nicely done. So gradually you will feel that pulling up as we approach each floor. Okay, we are so running out of time and I want to make sure we get a little stretch. So we're going to do our little brain tease, which is not an easy one. So curl the hands in, fists in, take one thumb up and the opposite finger. Now we're going to change. Finger in, thumb up. I love it. Let's change again. Thumb down, finger and thumb. Change. Oh. And again, change. Change. Now remember, it takes time. The more we do it, it's like training any muscle. This is a great brain trainer. And again, change. Change. I'm going to speed it up. Change. 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 One more and change. Love it. Love it. It's a little party trick. Okay, let's head to the mats. Let's have a gentle stretch there. Well done, everyone. Just like the pelvic floor muscles, it's just another little exercise to do to make sure our brains are working effectively, efficiently, keeping us going. All right, grab yourself a cushion. We don't have long, unfortunately. So let's hug those knees into the chest. Grab yourself a band strap or towel or loop, whatever it is you need. And let's go straight in with a happy baby. So knees into the chest. Let's reach for the big toe and gently let's have a little rock and roll left and right. And then gently settling in the middle as we've realigned all the muscles along the spine and the spine into neutral. Just breathing into it. Just pausing here. Really start to relax the muscles, fascia, tendons and ligaments, and calm the nervous system down. It's not so churned up as we didn't do any real cardio today. So let's bring those knees and feet together. Let's allow those knees to drop wide and gently place our hands on those inner thighs, making sure again that you stay connected through the spine, through the lower back, and gently put pressure on those inner thighs and focus on the breath out. Let's gently bring those knees together and rest the feet on the floor. Hook the band, strap or towel or loop over your left heel through the arch of the foot. Let's do 4-legged presses. Extend it up. 4. And for 3, bringing the knee into the chest, extending. 2 more, knee into the chest. Exhale, press and hold. 1 more. All the way up and hold it here. Place the band, strap, towel, loop in your left hand. Allow the right knee to drop open and take the right arm out to the side. Staying connected through the pelvis to the ground. Gently take that leg to the side and pause here. Just breathing into it. Make sure that belly button is connected to the spine, connected to the ground. That may limit as to how far out you can go. And just breathing. Good. Embrace your warrior. Gently bring that knee back in. Pause here. Extend the right leg all the way down and change your hand, holding it in your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side and slowly, slowly take that leg across the body. Remember, everybody's range is going to be different. And some of you may want to bring the leg a little bit higher towards the shoulder or back in line with the hip. You decide where you feel that stretch the most and just breathe into it. Embrace your warrior as you gently bring that back to the center. Let's change legs. Bring the right knee into the chest. Hook it over the arch of the foot. Let's go for 4 leg extensions. Breath in. Exhale, drive the heel to the ceiling. 2 more. Breath in. Exhale, press and hold. Last one. Exhale, press and hold it here. Place it in your right arm. Take your left knee out to the side and your left hand. Contain that lower back firmly pressed into the ground as you gently take the leg out to the side. And just pause here. Just breathing into it. Keep connected through the belly button to the spine. On your next breath out, embrace your warrior as you gently bring that leg back in. Extend the left leg all the way down, change hands, and take the right arm out to the side. Slowly take that leg across the body. You may find one side's a little bit easier than the other. You might find one leg's a bit lower than the other as well. So just note what's going on, how you're feeling, and what the differences are. Good. Embrace your warrior and gently bring that back in and release it. Let's take the cushion away. Let's take both legs over to the left and both arms over to the right. We're going to luxuriate here for 1 minute. So let's focus on the breath out and I'll keep track of the time. On your next breath out, let's embrace that core as you slowly take both legs across to the other side and your arms and head in the opposite direction. Let's just relax here and focus on our breath out, and I'll keep track of the time. On your next breath out, let's embrace the core as we slowly bring those legs back to the center. Let's have one more happy baby to finish off. Knees into the chest. Let's gently rock and roll as we realign all those muscles along the spine and settle in with the spine and just breathe into it. On your next breath out, gently bring the knees together and gently rock to sit up. Fantastic. And then let's come around into our downward dog. Walk the hands out in front, push up off your toes, drive the hips up. Let's calf pump here. So we're going to hold them down on 1. So that is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the heels to the ground, drive the hips up, chest into the ground, reaching out with those fingertips. Feel that lovely stretch in the calves. Pushing up on your toes, tippy toe in, elbows on thighs, chin to chest, and slowly curling up. Well done. Just gone over time a little bit there, lovely ladies. So let's take that breath in, scoop the arms up into our self-love hug. Yes, yes, yes. And our affirmation, we say it with love, positivity, imprinting it in our nervous system. I am, through exercise, feeling good about myself. 2 more. I am, through exercise, feeling good about myself. With your dance, I am, through exercise, feeling good about myself. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget your feedback. Love to know what you loved and what you hated. Have a great day, morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next class. Take care. Lots of love. Thank you. Bye.